My mother told me I'd never be pretty enough to matter. 15 years later, she showed up at my salon asking for a favor. I was 7 years old the first time she said it. We were standing in front of the bathroom mirror, and she was brushing my older sister's hair, describing how beautiful she was going to be someday. Then she looked at my reflection like she'd forgotten I was there and said, "You'll have to develop a personality." My sister was everything my mother understood. Tall, fair, effortlessly photogenic. By high school, she was doing regional modeling work, and my mother drove her to every booking like a personal chauffeur. I took the bus to my part-time job at a hair salon washing towels and sweeping floors. I loved it immediately. The way a good cut changed how someone held their shoulders, the way color could make a woman walk out looking like a different version of herself. I told my mother I wanted to go to cosmetology school. She laughed, not cruelly, just genuinely amused. She said beautiful people made stylists nervous, so stylists worked on plain people instead. She told me it suited me. My sister repeated that to her friends at a family dinner. They all thought it was clever. I enrolled anyway, paid entirely through loans and weekend shifts. My mother didn't come to my graduation. My sister was doing a photo shoot that weekend, and my mother said she couldn't be in two places. I found out through Facebook. I rented a chair at a mid-level salon and started building a clientele from nothing. I worked 6 days a week. I studied every technique I could find. I started a profile online posting transformation videos, quiet and consistent. No music, no theatrics, just the work. 3 years in, my following was large enough that brands started sending product. 4 years in, I had a waiting list. 5 years in, I signed a lease on my own space. I named it after nothing glamorous, just my last name, clean and permanent. My sister's modeling career peaked around year 3 and then contracted gradually the way those careers do. The regional clients dried up. The agency stopped calling as frequently. She pivoted to lifestyle content online, but the algorithm is brutal, and she never quite found her footing. My mother didn't talk about it much when we spoke, which wasn't often. I opened my second location on a Tuesday. My team threw a small party. Someone brought a cake. I stood in the new space looking at the chairs and the mirrors and the framed photos of clients who'd cried when they saw themselves after a session, and I thought about the bathroom mirror when I was 7. 8 weeks later, my mother called. She said my sister was going through something difficult and needed a change, a fresh start visually. She wondered if I could fit her in. I knew what she meant. My sister had gained significant weight over the past 2 years and had been photographed recently in a way she found humiliating. She needed someone skilled, someone who understood how to work with a woman who no longer looked the way she expected to look. They came in together on a Thursday. My sister sat in the consultation chair and my mother stood slightly behind her, doing most of the talking, saying they knew we hadn't always been close, but family was family. My sister needed my best work. I looked at my sister for a long moment. Then I said I appreciated them coming in, but I didn't think she was quite ready for my salon. My mother asked what I meant. I said my clientele had a specific energy. Women who came to me already believed in themselves, or were ready to start. I couldn't do my best work for someone who didn't have that foundation. It wouldn't be fair to her. My mother's expression shifted in a way I'd been waiting 15 years to see. I told them there was a lovely salon 2 miles away. Very competent, more accessible pricing. I said maybe once my sister had worked through some of what she was carrying, we could revisit. Then I handed my mother a small bag of product samples and said I hoped they'd be useful. My mother said I was being vindictive. I told her I was being honest. Then I smiled at both of them and said, "You'll have to develop a personality." Neither of them said anything. I walked them to the door myself.